It's Friday and a very good morning to you. It's the end of the work week and a kickstart to the weekend. I'm so excited to bring you Joy News Interactive live from digital address GA0992539 and Komem Lakra, and on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144. In case you didn't know, on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, we're Joy News on TV. I am Apita CBD. Thank you so much for your company. Now, sexual assault is any type of sexual activity or contact that you do not consent to. Sexual assault can happen through physical force or threats of force, or if the attacker gave the victim no consent. Now, on Strong and Sassy, the ladies were discussing the silence behind the abuse and were also sharing some personal stories.
No, we are not going to let anyone steal our lives. And I hope everybody who is listening, who is going through a traumatic experience, especially when it comes to rape, is to find the courage and the energy and the strength to own their lives and to say, if something else has been stolen from me, it shouldn't steal every other act.
Some around 8-9 years, I was sexually abused by an acquaintance in my area, in my neighborhood. Okay, and I was so scared to talk about it. I was so ashamed. And then that particular man was the one that usually comes to our house and then says, this is my wife and I like her so much and I love her and all that. So he used to come to my house. So there was this day that I couldn't go to school. It was that day that, you don't feel like going to school. So I stayed home and there was no one home. So he came along and then told me to follow him, that he wants to buy me something and then take me somewhere. Only to find out that he took me to a secluded area and then forced himself on me.
You were 9 years old?
Yes.
How old are you now?
I'm 30.
This is 21 years ago?
Yes.
Wow. And I mean, at age 9, did you know or understand what was happening?
No, I didn't. I didn't at all. It was when I was growing up that I was going through a whole lot of pain and anxiety, and I was so depressed. I wasn't like any other normal child in my area. Okay, and then I was also having this flashback of when the man was taking me and then what he was saying to me and all those
What did
things.
he say to you?
Okay, so he kept on saying that he loved me and that he asked whether I trust him, and I said yes, I trust him because apparently he's supposed to be my husband, yeah. And yeah, so the conversation went on like that until the incident happened.
Where did it happen?
Okay, so I grew up in Ashaiman. That's where I still am though. And so I was... okay, I don't know how to describe it, but it was a bit far away from where I lived.
He took you away from your home?
From my home, yes, please.
Did you tell anyone?
I couldn't tell anyone.
Why?
Not even my parents. I was so afraid, just as I said earlier. I was afraid people would think I was the reason why it happened. I was afraid people would stigmatize me. I was afraid they might not even believe me. A whole lot of things.
Did he tell you not to tell anyone?
He did, and that was what made me too afraid to even open up about it.
Did your mother notice anything?
No, I wouldn't say so, because I can't recollect she maybe asking me questions about my behavior and all these things.
Did he do it again?
No, it was just a one-time thing.
Was he still coming to your house after that?
He did. And then apparently he was a pedophile. Like he was just doing it to one child after the other.
So you learned about other children he had done that too?
Yes. And then he was imprisoned for 5 years. And then I felt a relief. So I was looking at it from afar. And I just admired the child, how she was able to open up and then talk to her parents about it, and they picked him, and then he went to prison.
So he's back out?
He's back out.
Do you still see him?
Yes.
You still see him?
Yes.
How do you feel
But
when you
not
see
as
him?
often as I used to, because he's married with kids somewhere far up than where we used to live.
Now, straight talk about body parts and a no secrets policy can protect young kids without scaring them. We need to teach young children all sorts of ways to keep themselves safe. You know, we teach them how to watch the hot stove, watch when they're crossing the road, look right, look left before you cross the street. But more often than not, body safety is not taught until much older, and sometimes until it's too late. Still on Strong and Sassy, the ladies were giving advice to some parents.
No, we are not going to let anyone steal our lives. And I hope everybody who is listening, who is going through a traumatic experience, especially when it comes to rape, is to find the courage and the energy and the strength to own their lives and to say, if something else has been stolen from me, it shouldn't steal every other aspect of my life.
Wow, very well said, Wecha. Life is hard.
Yeah.
But it's easier when you have people to hold your hands and, you know, guide you through it. How about parents? You know, parents who... So your parents, for example, they love you, they cared for you, they had no suspicions about this man. But this happened and they didn't even know. What would you say to parents out there, you know, with children, boys, girls, and yeah, boys and girls, not just little girls, about paying attention to your child and knowing, you know, what your child is going through?
Yes, and also spending time with the kids and then talking to them, trying and find out their every movement, how the day went, who, is there any new person they met, and is there anything strange that happened that day. You will be surprised to find out the things that they tell you. There's one thing that people don't know, and that is perpetrators or abusers groom their victims or their targets. So they try and then create a very strong bond with their targets in such a way that they can't maybe deny them in case they request for any offer or anything. You get it? So, but when they disclose such relationships to their parents, then it makes them aware that, okay, this is happening to my kid and I need to be watchful of them. So parents need to talk to their kids. Okay, they need to find time and then talk to them, communicate with them, and then let the kids know that their bodies are theirs, okay? And then if there are certain parts that someone is touching that feels uncomfortable, they should just let their parents know. And then parents too, when your child comes to tell you something funny about a particular man or a particular lady, please, let's pay attention to the kids. We don't pay attention to them. And sometimes you open up and then what they can tell you is keep quiet. You are a bad child or you're a bad kid or something like that. And it discourages kids who are courageous enough to even open up about their incidents. So parents have a lot of things to do.
That was Strong and Sassy. Now, if you're a survivor, find the courage. And I know it's not easy to talk about it, but find the courage. Life is hard, but it's better when you have someone walking you through it. And parents, when your children talk to you, don't dismiss anything and always look out for behavioral changes. Your body is yours, and no means no. To everyone, no means no. Now, Shakita Marion McGregor is a mom of 3 from Georgia who wanted to teach her beloved children an important life lesson about earning money. So she decided from now on, they won't be getting their allowance as easy as coming up to her and nagging her for it. So she created a hiring event where her kids had to apply for jobs around the house. And they will literally have to work for their allowance, just like grown-ups. So check out what she posted on Facebook. Let's see if we can get it onto our screens, what she posted on Facebook. So this is her. And she says, so my children continue to ask for a new cell phone, an allowance, and to go to places. Yesterday, I told them I've heard their requests and that I have a surprise for them today. And when they get home from school, surprise, it's a whole hiring event. If you want it, work for it, earn it. And yes, I also have an in-home credit union. So this mom means business. Hashtag I wonder who'll get fired first. So she created a page. Let's see if we can get how she went through this whole hiring event. All right, so now hiring. Let's go up and see what she's saying. All right, so open jobs. These are the jobs she had. So kitchen manager. Description: will make sure the kitchen stays clean at all times, responsible for making sure everyone washes their own dishes and puts them away, and lead housekeeper, responsible for the upkeep of the living room, hallway and bathroom, also reminds living mates to pick up after themselves. The laundry supervisor, responsible for making sure living mates keeps their laundry clean and neatly put away, will keep clean towels and wash cloths in the bathroom. To apply, please fill out an application and turn it to mom immediately. Salary will be discussed during the interview. All right, so this is the application form. You put your name, your age, position you're applying for, other jobs you have had, home or school experience, and also, are you willing to work some nights and weekends, and what is your desired pay rate or salary, and if hired, when could you start? So there's the signature and the date. Thank you for applying with This Mom Means Business. Now, she's been getting a lot of reactions on Facebook. We'll be getting some of those on our Facebook page right now. People are just like finding it very interesting that, you know what, instead of giving your child money every time he or she asks for it, give them a job. And this is a life lesson because they'll know that they have to work for their stuff and they have to earn their money. Let's see what you have been saying on our Facebook page. This one is from @Alfred Tay, who says, this is a bag full of lessons. 1, they'll learn the ideal concept of earning before spending. Number 2, they'll learn to be responsible and careful when spending. Number 3, they'll learn to master the chores they apply for and execute them professionally. Number 4, they'll learn to write good applications when they're grown. This would not pose a problem. The 5th one, they'll learn to be independent adults and not burdens. And the list can continue forever, but the limits must be defined so they don't start feeling too independent at an early age, which will prevent them from accepting instructions, reprimands, caution, and advice. So, a bag full of lessons there. Yawar Ransford says, if you don't have money, how can you practice this? That's also a very, important question. If the mom doesn't have money, how do they practice it? And Joseph comes in to say that it's great training. All right, so that's how it is. Bag full of lessons. For me, okay, I didn't have that opportunity, to work for my money, and like my mom just gave me the money because, but I know I had to earn it with my schoolwork. I need to make sure that I get 80% and I work hard at school to get it. So it wasn't a matter of working in the household so I get the money. And a lot of people on Facebook have been saying that, listen, this is not child abuse. This is teaching the child to be independent, teaching the child to be focused. On that note, I'm going to take a quick breather. When I come back, I ask you, with your bank account, where can you travel to? You don't want to miss it. You're still watching Joy News Interactive with myself, Mapisa Sibidi. You know how to join the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or Joy News on TV. Dubai, Thailand, Rwanda, Kenya, or maybe South Africa, we all want to travel. But travel is not for free, or it's not for free. You need to pay for accommodation, transport, food, and so many other things. Now I'm asking you, with your bank account, where can you travel to? That's the question right there. With your bank account right now, where can you travel to? If I have to answer the question, really, listen, maybe Kumasi. Kumasi, that's the furthest I can travel to with my bank account. But let's see what you have been saying on Facebook, where you can travel to. So this one, Bishop Spark says, from my bedroom to my kitchen. So that's how far his bank account can take him. At Bing, he says, Burkina Faso, Togo, Nigeria, Benin, in and out, but no food included. Okay, well, I mean, at least you can travel. And it says, to my village in the eastern region. that's Peace Village. And Haji Arakia says, my hometown. Okay, I wonder where your hometown is. But Nas GH says, from our office to home. That's how far he can travel to in his bank accounts. Albion says, I don't need to travel. I'm opening business with it. Okay, all right, if that's what you want to do. But Nana Bena says, from the left side of my bed to the right side of it. Okay, so that's how far people can travel to with what's in the bank account. Emmanuel Koku says, from Medina to Hatro. And this one's from at Oboyi Guy says, from Circle to Vienna City. And Boachi Calvin says, I only go if you take buy bundle and take watch the place. I won't go for internet top. Okay, it's okay to dream, you know, the law of attraction. Bring it to you, watch it. Yeah, and Selom says, no precise destination, the countryside to relax. Okay, all right, that's fine. And Nanadra says, Accra to Kumasi by flight. Okay, all right, we hear you. And Brian says, to London. Okay. And Ray J says, from Ghana to Rwanda, the heart of Africa. Okay, it seems like, you know, some people have some, you know, some money in their bank accounts. Okay, that's nice. And this one's from Richie, who says, Ghana to South Africa. Okay. So whatever amount of money you have, please transfer it to my bank accounts, because Richie, I think I need it more than you do. Yeah, yeah. Trending at #1 on Twitter right now is hashtag Obra, and that is Samini's new video. But another thing that has got social media, well, Twitter actually on fire, is the much anticipated banger from Afro dancehall superstar, the one god, Stonebwoy is finally here. And on this jam, he features Nigerian singer Case hitmaker Tenny. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this jam. We'll see if we can try play it for you. But first, let's take some of your comments. This one is from @Niamate, who says Stonebwoy is causing traffic and someone needs to tell him to Ololo down. And Isaac Kobe says, I played hashtag Ololo to my cat. Few minutes later, he turned into a tiger. The tune is so lit. It turns cats into tigers. Okay. At GMF_ ABiabio says, Nkasa, you won. Hashtag Ololo. All right, Nkasa, you won. Like Stonebwoy, you do the thing, man. Like, just like that, man. At the Kidio 1000 says, the song is sweet, eh? Like, it's a banger for life. Hashtag Ololo. And then at Prince Gucci 10 says, it be like, okay, so he's responding to Akwaba Music, who says the new bangers, yeah. And then Prince Gucci 10 says, it be like you to feel the hashtag Ololo track, eh? It be banger already. And at Costa Viena says, hashtag Ololo is the ish now, dope banger already. Shine already. Already. And this one is from Maxwell Danko, who says, it's clear that Stonebwoy pays more attention to detail when making his music. Only when he can churn out such good music back to back, none of his music fades out entirely. Introduction to the weekend, yeah? Yeah. All right, quickly before we leave, let's do our most watched videos. Coming at number 2 is with 102K views, with 1,200 reactions and 234 comments and 340 shares, is the Goma sub-chief killing, where the wife was saying she believes lynching was over land disagreements. So Maxwell Agba brought us that story from the Central region. At number 1, our most watched videos. Our most watched video with 393K views, 5.9K reactions and 4K comments, with 4,300 shares, is of the Nigerian, some Nigerian living at Trasacco and who were allegedly torturing their house help.
4 of them is one of the 4 vehicles that have been vandalized by the irate youth of this area, who got agitated as a result of the failure by the occupants of this.
So add your reactions, your comments and your likes on our various social media platforms. Joy News on TV to be part of the most watched videos of the week. It's Friday. Have yourselves an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for joining me on Joy News Interactive. You know how to get interactive with us: Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We're Joy News on TV. And guess what? I'm leaving you with our video of the day.